welcome you into Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Green Bay Packers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Right to the air is Burrow. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Burrow. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On 3rd down, Burrow. That's complete to Mooney. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
11 empty. 11 Thomas.
Now a handoff up the middle. Kirkpatrick. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
But when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front, and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple of blocks. They look good doing it there. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Up the middle they go. Connor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
On second and a yard, Wilson. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Packers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Here we go.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now it's Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
11 Thomas. 11 MT Pace. 11 MT Pace.
Burrow will throw. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend, show that he's right.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
On second down, Burrow. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. There's Chris Olave. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
4th down, here's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing is Wilson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now this throw caught left side, and out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. The slot man in motion right. They'll run on 1st down. Kirkpatrick, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a give, right side. Connor looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw brought in by Watson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Wilson. Slant pass complete to Olave. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On the set.
On first down, Connor. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5, as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. That is incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Sly able to put this one through. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a give right side. Kirkpatrick. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Burrow. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. He'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come, their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive in the second half. Still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ross. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow, throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Play action. It's Burrow. Open man. It's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now Burrow. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow, he finds his man complete. It's Harrington. And they'll work this down inside the 30. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And Burrow going to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Harrington. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
11.
Here's Burrow. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So a big chance goes by the wayside there. A tough break on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, as a general rule, you know you're usually not going to win games with field goals. But in this case, they had 3 points in their pocket. I get what he was trying to do, but that's a big swing of momentum right there.
He's got room past the 30. Down the left sideline. And he's all the way across the 50 before he's finally pushed out of bounds. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. He completes it to Olave. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
80 weapon.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half, and that trend is continuing here.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Sly able to put this one through, and that's going to tie us at 13. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And if we go back to the last series, remember their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helps contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Bengals are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Chris Jones on the stop. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game. Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Excellent job. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He finds his man complete. That's Harrington. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Burrow will throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Harrington. Down inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Almost want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a yard. Quarterback sneak, nothing doing.
Better you be careful. Shakespeare might sue you.
Yeah, he might come get me, right? Good luck with that, Bard.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Robert Tonyan, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him to completion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wilson. Got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
66.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll run on 1st down. Connor, and they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
on second down. Connor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Well, getting close to the end zone, and you know that rookie wants the ball back. He's looking for his first career touchdown.
He certainly is, and you just wonder with the coaching staff, is it trust in him this early? Are they trying to get him going, give him confidence early in his NFL career? Either way, they want him to score.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Here's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On third down, Connor, and they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Here we go with Burrow. Over the middle, complete. That's Harrington. And he's going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Bengals, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.